I'm going to start off, so I don't mess this up and not do it, is thank my wife, Connie, who is here, and I appreciate her making this trek across North America that we've made over the last 30 years or so. And I'm very happy to be here. Very happy to be the head coach of the Hamilton Tiger Cats. I'm here because probably one reason, and that's Bob Young. You know, when I sat down and talked with Bob Young, he talked about one thing. He talked about winning and winning Grey Cups, and you know, actually he talked about winning multiple Grey Cups. But we'll start off with one, and you know that's important because I've talked to management people or ownership people where they've talked about the perfect storm is hosting the first round of the playoffs and losing, because that's where you make the most money. And you know, that's not what it's all about. That it's all about, you know, winning games and winning championships. You know, and I really want to express my thanks to Bob Young for giving this opportunity to me. I know he's passionate about the Tiger Cats. He's passionate about the city of Hamilton, and you know, it rubs off on you when you talk to him. I'd also like to thank the Buffalo Bills for giving me this opportunity to talk to the Tiger Cats, and you know, they were very supportive of me with this opportunity, and you know, they were excited for me for this. I really thank Buddy Nix, the general manager, Chan gave me the head coach for that right that they gave me. You know, it's very exciting. You know, beside talking about winning ball games and you know the chance to compete for championships, is that there's not too many opportunities you have to be in place somewhere where you're going to build a new stadium. And you know, that's certainly coming here in another year, and I know that everybody will have fond memories of Ivor Wynn, or is in one place I coached in the CFL, it was called Never Win for us. And you know, so, but, and then, you know, it'll be a transition year there, but we're certainly looking forward with being here to have a new facility in place and you know, build on the long-term tradition that's here. You know, why am I here? Because I was offered a good opportunity to be the head coach, to do the things that I felt were necessary myself to put a good organization in place. You know, I've had the opportunity through the years to work with a lot of good people and in some very good organizations, and you know, the common denominator pretty much is people that believed in what they were doing, and people that had a plan for how they wanted to do it, and had the ability to know that 2 bad games in a row or a bad half is not the end of the world, that they knew where they were going and they were going to stick to that plan. And you know, that's something that I believe in. You know, I've been obviously blessed in being successful in the CFL, and you know, it's because we had a plan and we knew what we were trying to accomplish. You know, and I'd be the first to tell you, these guys over here, this one sitting in the middle, the players are more important than the coaches, although there would be some coaches you wouldn't think by hearing them talk about it, but the players are more important. The team on the field is a partnership between the players and the coaches. Okay, the coach's part is preparing the players and teaching the players. Ultimately, as a coach, you're a teacher, and if you can't teach your guys what you want them to do and what you want them to accomplish, you won't be successful, no matter how talented the players are. But it's a partnership. Their part happens out in between the white lines and in the preparation for them to play, and our part is giving them the preparation and doing the grunt work to get them ready to play. You know, the thing that I'm looking forward to is knowing that the guys that we're working with have a love for the game of football. You know, that's sometimes lost when people make huge amounts of money, and we know that you know, other than the quarterbacks, nobody in the CFL makes huge amounts of money, right, Peter? But you know, I'm looking forward, you know, for that, you know, knowing that the guys are here because they love to play football, and you know, that's something that is sometimes missing sometimes. But you know, I'm looking forward to guys that play hard and play fast and play with pride and have a passion for the game. You know, I worked with this guy right here for a long time, and I'm not going to pitch it over to him quite yet, but and I know he has those things, that he has a passion for the game, and and he takes a lot of pride in what he's doing. Now, how we will play, I know what my vision, I'm going to try to answer all the questions so nobody can answer a question. I know what my vision first would be really multiple on offense, and be able to execute I don't want to say minimal because no coach ever says minimal, but execute a number of plays out of a variety of different things, out of personnel packages and formations, and being able to execute on the field. I'm going to quote a guy that the thing we want to be able to eliminate is bad football. Bad football is mental mistakes, interceptions, fumbles, jumping offside, hitting a guy out of bounds, pass interference, things that you control yourself. We want to eliminate those things. If we eliminate those things, we have a chance to be successful. Defensively, we want to play fast and get to the football, no matter how we line up. How you line up is sometimes secondary, whether it's 4-man, 3-man, and those type 4-man fronts or 3-man fronts. We want to play fast and play hard and be able to play fast because we know what we're doing. Okay, I'm not going to talk about who I've talked to. I've talked to a number of coaches and be talking to some guys in person over the next few days, and we'll hope to have staff in place pretty fast. If you want to talk to the offensive coordinator, you can just ask me a question because I'm probably going to run the offense first year for sure. So I got that guy hired. But we feel like we've had some success, and we kind of know what we're doing in general on offense. And I've been away for 2 years, but it's still the same size field. The ball still looks the same, and hopefully picked up some new ideas that we might be able to utilize. Okay. The only message I would, there's a couple of players here, and we'll try to call them all today, but I know that's an impossibility. But they just need to get in shape, and get ready for competition. Part of our goal will be to get the best guys we can into camp, to compete with the guys that are here so we can be better. And, I know that Bob, I'm looking forward to working with Bob. I know Bob and the guys in the personnel department are out there all the time, looking for guys. I've talked to Joe Womack a time or two, and, I'm excited to work with these guys and, continue to put the best guys on the field that we can. As long as we're always looking for better players, we'll always be in position to improve. I'm very happy to be here. The one thing I want to talk about just briefly before I do throw it over to Henry is, I think one of the things that gives me the opportunity to be successful with this job is that I've had great experience working for guys. We're talking about guys that work for. I'm just going to use an example when John Huffnagel came into Calgary a couple of years ago, and one of the things that a head coach has to ultimately do is delegate stuff to people to do and to have confidence in it. And it was part of that is hiring the right people. When Huff came in there, even though we shared an office for 3 years and we're still close friends, he came in and says, "Will you stay?" And I said, "Yeah, I just have 2 questions." And I said, "Who's coaching the quarterback and who's calling the plays?" And he said, "Well, you are." I said, "Then I'll stay." And that had to be a leap of faith for him because that's what he had always done. It just gave me an example and a lesson. And, you have to be able to make the decision where you need to delegate things to people to get them done. And, having said that, I just said I was going to be the coordinator. But, that's because I feel in the first year for me to establish the offenses I want to see it established, that's the fastest way to do it. It's not the only way to do it, but it's the fastest way to do it. And I would almost say anybody have a question. But, I worked with Henry, for so long that I'm not even sure he had a driver's license when he first came to Calgary. But, it's always been a good experience. And, he's a guy that has done a great job through the years of keeping himself in shape and preparing himself to play. And the first game he started in Calgary, was in '99 after we'd won the Grey Cup in '98, beat the Tiger Cats, and then they beat us in '99. We're game 3, game 4, and Dave Dickinson is a starter, and Dave gets hurt, and Henry's going to start at Montreal, his first start ever, and we won, and won easily. And that was, a testament to him preparing himself through through the time there and practices up and before the time we became the starter. Okay, because once you become the starter, it's too late. It's just a couple of days left. But you know, he went to Montreal, did a great job. We won on the road in Montreal, which is not an easy feat even then, and that would have been '99. And you know, had the misfortune of blowing his knee out the next week, but you know, and was finished for the year. But you know, he showed what kind of player he was there, and the only problem was we couldn't keep him from leaving us because he didn't think he'd have a chance to start with Dave still there. But we ended up back together, and he's done a great job for the Stamps, and I know he's going to do a great job for us. So good to be back.
Hey, thanks, Coach. Appreciate that. Well, it's an honor to be here. I mean, my family and I, we've been excited ever since the talk about a possible trade to Hamilton, and talking to my good old buddy Ken Stanger, my agent. The fact that him and I call him Coach Obilovich because it was funny. He had me on he was possibly going to bring me up to Toronto back in '97. But it's just amazing how small of a world it is. But like I said, it's an honor to be here, and just to thank the city of Hamilton, the fans of the Hamilton Tiger Cats, this organization here. It's always been a first-class organization, and the fact of being on the other side of the ball, playing against this team has always been a fearsome team to play against. Probably one of the more physical organizations or teams that you would play against week in and week out. And definitely playing at Ivor Wynn is definitely a place that we never enjoyed. But I know we always set bars for ourselves whenever coming in here to play. Because I know in 2008, we said if we could win in Hamilton, that would give us a great bar or a great, I guess, a barometer to know where our team was and if we had a chance to win a Grey Cup. Well, we had success here that year and we did win a Grey Cup, but it just shows you just how much respect people have for this team here in Hamilton and the organization and the fans and Ivor Wynn. And it's great to be on that side now and to be able to use this home field advantage and all the great advantages that come with being a Tiger Cat. And I know for me it's surreal right now because it's actually a reality that's becoming my everyday reality. Because of course after everything happened with the trade, I'm still in Calgary, and so it wasn't a bit of reality. You know, it happened, but it really didn't happen because I didn't have to live and face it. But to come out here now and today and to see the jersey when Scott showed it to me, and so showed the Burris and the number on the back, I mean, it is a reality, and I'm truly excited to be here. Looking forward to getting back to work as soon as I get back home, back to Calgary, and start training and everything. And I'm looking forward to getting out here, getting to know all the players. And I know most of the guys already from going face to face, and big guys hitting me all the time. But it'll be good to team up with these guys. And there's some unfinished work that needs to be done. And you know, definitely getting to know all the veterans, the leaders on this team. That'll be one of the first things we'll definitely do, get together and get together with the coaching staff and start working hard. But again, like I said, I'm excited, and I just want to thank all the guys in Calgary for everything they did for me. Had a great run there. You know, 8-9 years, all in one place. You know, it's not often you get a chance to be in one place for that long, but I was blessed and thankful for everything they did for me. The city of Calgary's been amazing to my family as well, and you know, we're truly thankful for everything. But as time goes on, things change, and the pastures will be greener on the other side here in 2012, and we're looking forward to it. And it's a blessing to be here. And if it wasn't for the man here on my left, you know, he got the job done, and he expressed how much they wanted me here, and I truly felt that, and that's why I'm just so excited to be here, meeting guys like Peter and Dave and Marwan last night. You know, it's like a match that's made in heaven, and we're ready to get to work now. And with no further ado, I'll hand it over to Coach Obilovich here, and he can take it from there.
Everybody knows I'm not coaching anymore. That's what we hired George for. Thanks, Henry. That's I consider that as a word of respect, and I have the same respect for both you and George. We've been in the league a long time. George and I have worked together in the past when we were putting together our list of candidates. When we made a decision to change our head coach, George was at the top of the list, and we had to wait till he finished the season with Buffalo before we could, you know, get into serious conversation about whether or not he was interested in coming here. And I think that one thing you've probably sensed up here today between the three of us is that we're all extremely excited. I'm excited about what I know George will bring to the table with the attributes that he has from his experience and the type of person that he is. He's going to be a decisive guy when it comes to making tough decisions, and being able to make the trade to get Henry before we actually were able to get George. I think that just made it even that much better situation. So there's familiarity here at this front table, and there's a lot of wins at this front table, and a lot of great cups have been won at this front table. So I'm hopeful that this is what's going to get us over the hump, and that we're going to start winning football games on a regular basis this coming season. So appreciate everybody coming out. I'm extremely excited about being involved. I mean, for me, every year is kind of an adventure now for me at this stage of my career, but I can't express to you enough how excited I am about having these two guys over here on my right. And I think this is going to be a great new face for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Thank you.